Good morning, folks. Welcome to Quantsapp. This is Vicky Sajjanani. Let's get started with the morning market brief. 17,510, Nifty 50 futures, short shop minus 0.28%. Nifty Bank futures were surprisingly on the positive side, supporting one of the leading sectors across the board, 40,600 plus 428 points. So with a positive 1.07% gains, they will shut shop. So let's see where the SGX Nifty is opening this morning. Well, kind of a flattish tone there, but a mildly negative stance as of now. But I think it's pretty much flattish. But it's as far as it stays below the 17,500 mark, that's a bit troublesome for Nifty as such. So what do we have here on the charts? We have 17,324, which is 17,300, 200 range as a support zone. 16,951 as the next major support. On the higher side, you have 17,800 as the 21-day moving average, EMA. And 18,000 as the next major psychological level and 18,150. Well, looking at the futures OI built up, you're seeing some amount of shorts coming into the system. So there has been an additional shorts which have got added on. Looking at the options OI, you see 7,600 600 having a substantial call OI as such. So that's there. And 17,000 as a major put OI. Of course, 17,400 has a reasonable put OI there too. So that's going to be 17,400 and 17,000 are going to be the major levels on the lower side. You have 17,600 on the higher side. And of course, 18,000 going to act as a psychological level. You have 17,800, 17,700 also intermittent call OIs, which are reasonably large. So that's going to act as hurdles intermittently. Bank Nifty, again, we shut shop close to 40,600. So 41,000 and 42,036 are the major levels on the higher side. You have 39,597 as a major level on the lower side. And of course, 39,000 as the next major level as a support. So one would have to wait and watch how this evolves during the day, because Bank Nifty is showing a different signal as such. There has been a reasonable amount of longs which have come into Bank Nifty as such. So let's see how that pans out during the day. And is it able to pass the hurdles of 41,000 or not? That's a good question to ask. Looking at the OI, so we said major support zone is close to 40,000. That's where the put OI is. 4,500, 41,000. Stiff levels on the higher side. So you have the 40,000 and 39,000. 39,500 also has a reasonable put OI. So that's how we are positioned as far as call strikes and put strikes are concerned. Top gainers and losers of the day. Bank of Baroda, Abbott India, ICICI Bank were top gainers. So you have two banks here which are top gainers here. One from the PSU banks, one from private banks. Adani Enterprises, Emphasis, Z Limited, top losers of the day. Well, the sector supporting the market or the leader of the sector was private banks. You had PSU banks also in the positive territory. You had NBFC also in the positive. So the contribution from private banks was 52 points. Close to 10 points contribution, positive contribution from NBFCs. 7.6 positive contribution from PSU banks. Infra and power were the other two positively contributing sectors. Much of the negatives were coming in from IT, which was minus 45 points, metals minus 7.86, auto minus 16 points, oil also negative contribution minus 12 points as such, 12 or 13 points thereabouts. Well, looking at the sectoral built up, so you see realty, bank nifty stocks, private banks on the long side, fertilizer, IT, cement on the short side. Of course, media, auto and power witnessed long unwinding, and PSU banks were on the short covering end. So one stock on the radar, Petronet, resistance 226 and 230, one, supports being 220 and 211. So I think on a move about 226, a sustained move about 226, it should take it to a higher trajectory. That's what the sense is on Petronet. So we are seeing on the open interest front actually some amount of short covering which is coming in, but that was marginal as such. But then there have been no longs which have erupted offhand. So we'll see how this pans out. And of course, you have 228, 230 as your resistance zone. So that's there. Well, it's the options is rather sparse open interest as such. So you have 230, which is the major level on the higher side. And on the lower side, you have 220 and 210 as the major levels. The other stock is Metropolis. Could be under bear pressure, I repeat. So kind of a negative tinge there. 1270 and 1190 are the two major supports. Okay, and 1398 and 1505 are the two major resistance. So we've seen some amount of long unwinding there in the stock. So there's not much shorts which have come in, but let's see how that pans out. And of course, you have 1270 as a support zone to keep a watch on. Well, 1400 happens to be a stiff level on the higher side, 1300 on the lower side. No securities in the ban list, and I would like to highlight to you that much of these tools and the ban list, etc., available on Quantsapp. Some of the tools are paid, but of course, there is a whole host of important tools which are necessary for trading and can enrich you in terms of data points. So that's that with respect to that. iCard should pop up for you to register for those free tools. Okay, before I wrap up the session, I would like to highlight to you, please consult your financial advisor before trading in derivatives. Please follow strict stop losses while trading in derivatives. So we had discussed about the Nifty and Bank Nifty, long built up, sectoral long built up. We discussed realty, bank nifty stocks and private banks, and short built up was fertilizer, IT, cement. Petronet on the positive side about 226 to 30 range, and Metropolis 1270 acts as a major support zone for it. So that's it. And ban list, there is none stocks in the ban list. Well, that's it from my side. Wish you happy trading and all the best.